3 things our government should do to help the 1.5 million people living in destitution in the UK. The word destitute is one with many associations, but it is the reality faced by many people in our country in the here and now. Destitution is the most severe form of poverty and means that people have had no meals or just one meal a day for 2 or more days, slept rough, been unable to heat or to light their home for 5 or more days, or been without basic toiletries or suitable clothes in the last month. More than 1.5 million people were destitute in the UK in 2017, 365,000 of them children. That's the equivalent of the cities the size of Birmingham and Liverpool combined, and it should not be happening. What's most troubling about our new report is how many people are being made destitute by design, because of gaps, flaws and choices within the social security system. Too many people are forced into a corner and, when circumstances change, have nowhere to turn. This is most common in the large cities in the north of England and in Scotland, and in some London boroughs. But the truth is, it can also happen in some surprising areas, with Oxford and Norwich featuring in the 10% of places with the highest rates of destitution. The risk is greatest for men under the age of 35. This trend will continue unless changes are made to universal credit. At the moment, the system that is supposed to protect people from harm is in fact adding to their difficulties, often at the times in their lives when they are most vulnerable. We all want to live in a society where public services can protect us from being swept away when hit with unexpected circumstances such as job losses or ill health. Social Security should be anchoring against powerful currents such as rising costs and low pay. Many of the people we spoke to as part of this report told us that the opposite happens. When incomes are low or non-existent, many people in poverty are in debt to central government and their local council. The way that bills and arrears on council tax, benefit advances and utilities such as water, gas and electricity are collected are leading to destitution. The authorities claw back debts at source, pushing many people over the precipice, unable to pay and face being pursued by the courts and the bailiffs. There are 3 things the UK government should do today to help loosen the grip poverty is placing on families across the country. Firstly, they should end the freeze on benefits for working-age people, so they keep up with the cost of essentials and do not create destitution. Secondly, change the use of sanctions within universal credit so that people are not left destitute by design. And thirdly, review the total amount of debt that can be clawed back from people receiving benefits, so people can keep their heads above water. Who owns Camelot? The national lottery operators. Where to go for the cheapest pint in Europe? How this 18-year-old managed to save enough to buy a house. The reduction in benefits sanction rates has meant that some welcome headway has been made in the last couple of years, but there is a real risk that once universal credit is rolled out more widely, more people could again be at risk, unless we make changes. At the Joseph Rowntree Foundation, we have researched the challenges facing people in poverty for more than a century. Sebum Rowntree, Joseph Rowntree's son, observed and counted the number of people in poverty in York in 1899. His report was read by a young Winston Churchill, then a Liberal MP, who said the findings fairly made my hair stand on end. Today's report should face prompt a similar response from the government and local authorities, and some soul-searching for the rest of us. It is not right that people are still trapped in poverty, unable to achieve a decent standard of living and build a better life for their families. As a society we need to put things right to protect people from a degrading experience. By redesigning our social security system so that it provides basic protection, we can prevent more people facing the humiliation and degrading experience of destitution. More, think food bank users are feckless losers, who smoke, drink and have flat-screen TVs. Think again. More, homelessness and mental health, what's being done to help? More, homelessness is an urgent issue affecting communities year-round, not just another snow-related novelty.